What I have here in front of me is a sample that was sent to me by Catnap Gee. Now, this sample consists of a few things. It says here MMM number 1. So here we are. Mish Mash Malt number 1. All from various malt whiskeys started over a year ago. Both bottles are currently almost completely full. Mishmash Malt number 1 consists of sherry and smoky whiskeys, including various Kilchoman's and other Islay and Highland sherry scotches. ABV late 40s or early 50s. ABV, and it's a bruiser. Okay, so high 40s, low 50s. Okay, we'll give it a go. It's got parafilm or something like that on the bottle. I'll have to pick at this stuff. I never used it myself. Didn't really see the point. But this is, yeah, it's a struggle to get it open. Yeah. There's more and more of this stuff on here. I'll just use a knife and cut through it. Hopefully cut through it. And just peel it off. Don't want to hurt myself with this thing. Be careful with it. I think I got it. Think I got it now. Oh yeah. I definitely got it. So this is the MMM number 1. Got a glass. And MMM number 1, which I shall pour into said glass. Still some parafilm on there. It looks like I spilled a little bit too. I'm getting clumsy. I guess I get more clumsy the more I have to drink. There we go. And I'll let that sit sideways for a while to get the last drops out of it. Little 300 ml sample. Ah. Okay. I'm definitely getting some peated. This is kind of an infinity bottle of Catnap Gee's, where he's got some sherry and some peated. This is coming across like some of the best sherry and peated things, like some Kilchoman's and some Port Charlottes, and even some Lafroigs that have both sherry and peat. But as this is a blending of sherry and peated malt whiskeys, and he probably started with an empty bottle and started pouring stuff in. This doesn't have the immediacy of something that started out as a full bottle. Infinity bottles can be like that. They tend to lose some of their edge. But I am getting some peated and some sherry cask. but I get the impression that the peated component is somewhat faded compared to the sherry cask component. Well, I enjoy nosing this. It's quite nice and quite pleasant and complex, but I will have to get around to tasting it eventually. So here we go. It is a sample after all. It is a small sample. Oh, I was right. It is a bruiser. Wow. Oh, that's strong. I think it's going to need just a little bit of water just to bring down the ABV a tiny bit, because that is just, wow, that is mean. I get the peat and the sherry very well integrated together, and it has a long finish. It is just hanging on and hanging on. Even though I've had some water to drink, it is hanging on. There's that fruity, dark red fruit sherry component, and then there's the peat smoke, and towards the end it's an ashy peat. Interesting. Now let's see what it's like that I've added some water to it. With just a few drops of water, that's a lot better. I'm getting, once again, well integrated, well blended. A lot of sherry and wine cask. And then there's that peat smoke mixed in beautifully with it. And that peat smoke is so slow to fade. It's so slow to disappear. And I'm still getting the fruitiness on the palate while the smoke, the peat smoke, slowly fades. Ashy bonfire style. Although I think there's some more going on than I'm led to believe. Hold on. I think there's more going on. It said that there's some Highland peat as well as some Isla peat. Yes. It's not completely Isla, iodine, and medicinal. There's some earthiness too. There's some of that heather earthiness to the peat. And I think it's just balanced on a knife edge. It's half of this and half of that. And the sherry notes kind of hide where the Highland and the Isla peat come together. I get elements of both. But then there's that, I guess, tail of the sherry coming in. Interesting. Very well integrated, very well put together. It is a little hard to pull the flavors apart because they are so well integrated. There's a lot going on here, and it takes quite a lot of effort to pull the little elements apart. So he must have several whiskeys blended together to make this one. Well, thanks, Catnap, for this delicious little journey. I'll get to the other ones eventually. Oh, Slanchaba.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.